What's up, everybody? It's Joe La Puma. You are listening. You are watching the Complex Sneakers podcast. As always, I'm with my two friends. First off, Mr. Matt Welty.
Here we are. Mild weather outside. Mild week.
It's true. And of course, to my left, Mr. Brendan Dunne.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Starting off with sad news. Today, we woke up and Takeoff was killed in Houston. Very sad, shocking news that we woke up to this morning. And we had him on Sneaker Shopping 3 weeks ago, and we had him 2017, and just spending time with him throughout the years here and there. Just such a great talent. I feel like, the last episode, one thing that was really, I was really happy about, it was like some of the comments were, wow, Takeoff is like really like his personality is shining through. And
he's like a humble guy for like
so humble. Like I remember even the day on set, he was like very happy to be there. And obviously, this is a sneakers podcast, so I don't want to get too much into it, but I thought that we would start by sending our condolences for the family. Such a tragic loss, so young. And again, like throughout the years, just had great experiences with him, and to film with him 3 weeks ago. And, just thankful I got to catch up with him and have him on set. Do you remember we were walking, to this podcast?
Yeah. One morning,
and one of his guys,
he was outside of like a CVS.
CVS, yeah. We were
Midtown,
passing, and he was like, oh, the Complex guys, like, Takeoff is like,
he's in town.
He's in town and wants to film Sneaker Shopping, and again, way bigger than sneakers, but definitely excited about all those 85s he got from Curated Van and things like that, and just very, very sad news. Our condolences to the family, and I
remember
tragic.
Pre-pandemic, we always used to bump his verse on Pure Water in the office. Hit the store to get some backwoods. Told her to keep the Wraith running.
Just just a great talent.
Your motto in life.
just a great talent. The youngest one of the Migos, and just very sad, and trying to again just want to keep it light. Obviously, I feel like that's what we do, but I would be remiss not to mention, as it's very, very fresh, and so
What about sneakers?
Yeah, tough to transition to sneakers, but that's what we're here for. So
you know what I was excited about that I feel like we haven't spoken about in depth here just yet? These Stray Rats New Balance MT580s.
Talk about
and the
it.
rollout for them.
Talk about it.
The old school where it looks like images you would post on ISS forum back in the day. The shoes lined up on the staircase or in your refrigerator. If these type of rollout shots aren't familiar to you, if this type of sneaker imagery isn't familiar to you, I don't care what you think about sneakers. You know what I mean? If you haven't been around long enough to recognize what that is, I don't care what you.
I feel like for like a majority
shoes.
of people who are into shoes nowadays, they aren't like tied into that era of shoes. It's just like a foreign like element,
Yeah. But
do you like them?
Yes, the sneakers themselves, I love them as well. You bought a pair, right?
I wore them last weekend.
Yeah.
I've been wearing them a lot. Great. Like I said, they're based off that triple collab, right?
Yeah, to me,
is that like
the era?
The era.
Like what it looks like. The
Mad
old
Hectic, Stussy,
Meta, Mad Hectic type of stuff.
Great shoe, and one of the shoes that I feel like could beat up a little, and it like holds up.
Yeah.
But
you got the roll bar situation on there, so you might be on the trails a little bit.
All right, so people were like hitting me like, "How's the roll bar?"
Yeah.
What?
Just a stability part of the shoe.
Let me enlighten me. Sorry.
Yeah, just like a stability shoe.
Yeah, if you're walking on a narrow path, you might need the roll bar to keep
I got great
there.
stability though. Do you think I need it?
Does it
autocorrect? It's like
no, it's essentially for people who would have flatter feet.
Got it.
Where a lot of stability shoes tend to have like that like hard heel piece that keeps your foot straight.
I'm just glad I'm on the record for a long time now about loving the MT580, and we'll get into some more MT580 history.
Are you going to get
complex.com, and I hope so. Yeah, I might pop out and buy them. Yeah.
Do you like them? Or
I've mentioned.
Oh, you told the
no,
brand.
I mentioned this on the show, and it's whatever. I like the Stray Rat shoes, but Stray Rats is like a brand that doesn't like speak to me that much. Just like that like '01 like trucker hat, like ringer t-shirt sort of vibe. Like isn't just something I'm.
But you are an MT580 guy,
yes,
right?
but I do like their sneaker collaborations.
Yeah. They're good, yeah.
But just getting hyped for the brand behind it is I want to see like more stuff from Stray Rats, the company that I'm more excited about before I guess.
You're the type of guy who the collaborator has to mean something to you
for the most part, yeah.
In order for you to be on board with the sneakers, okay.
Babs, can you how did this sneak into the? Can you get a shot of that? How did this poster sneak in?
Joe's looking over at the edge of the set. Why is there a sneaker shopping poster on a complex sneaker set right now?
With the sneaker of the year in 2018.
Yeah, look at Zoom. Do the pen. React.
With the React Element 87s, yes. Joe proudly
still
wearing
have those.
them
Those are by the door. Those are by the door at the apartment. But yeah, all right. I don't know if that's part of the set.
I don't know. I figured you were just decorating to make it look like home.
Babs, another thing you got to zoom in on. There's a lot of people in the office today, and
yes,
lunch was catered.
I'm
sandwiches,
hungry,
Italian hero. It was really good. I had a half Italian hero. Put the Italian dressing on. Can you see? Look at the spot, the oil on the. Can you see it? That's never coming out.
You drip some Italian dressing on your Air Max 95s?
Seriously, it's never coming out of this.
Did you try it?
I haven't tried. We had to go straight to set.
You're not gonna hit your mom and see like the old like Italian
Isn't it funny,
housewife remedy to get it out?
Well, I mean, big in the family, it's like oil stains come a ton. You know,
I'm good at getting oil stains out. Yeah.
Can you help? Can you help on this after?
There used to be this product that my mom had passed like on to me, to use. That I always
magic eraser.
No, that worked wonders for sneakers back in the day. I think they probably still make it. It was this product called Gonzo.
Okay.
It was like in a white and red bottle. You could buy it at like the grocery store or whatever. But it was a white liquid. But it was made to be like, red wine, etc. Like hard to get out stains.
Yeah.
And back then it was hard. They didn't. That was like the era of like. You'd go to Foot Locker, and the only shoe cleaner that they would have was like the white, the yellow one, like the foaming one that was made to just use on leather products.
Okay, I don't know that one too well. Joe,
me either. I have no idea. But
I'm saying back then,
the old school Italians, they just throw some salt and some water on it.
But back then,
salt?
Yeah, you could put some.
But back then, you would only what?
No, not salt. Baking powder.
Yeah, that for sure.
All right.
But back then, it's
Both
like
white.
you go to a sneaker store, and this was like pre like Jason Mark era where it was like the sneaker cleaners that could clean multiple materials.
Yeah.
Where at Foot Locker, the only sneaker cleaner they had was made to clean like midsoles and white leather shoes.
Yeah.
So if you had a suede shoe, I think there was a product for it, but it really wouldn't get get it out of like a fabric.
And Gonzo was the key.
Gonzo was it. It was just
on
a
your
white
Hunter S. Thompson shit.
White liquid, yep, and just would scrub it out, and it would.
Can we get? Do you have any of that left? Can we get?
Speaking of JLP,
couriered from New Hampshire right now.
Speaking of JLP shoes, I think there's a little.
He's been doing this way too. I know what you're going to say. Can I say because I know you, Supreme?
Yes,
it's not though. But keep going.
Wait, that's not.
Nah, I was going to say it in the Slack. I haven't.
How is that
what
not
shoe
a
are we
JLP?
talking about?
The 98.
The black and white Supreme Air Max 98.
I don't like those at all.
It's not my
Air
thing.
Max 98 TL.
Right.
No. I was
when you
going
saw
to
the TL on the TL, you said keep it on the DL?
Yeah. I don't think so. But I will tell you.
I think it's going to grow on you.
You know which Supreme I need?
What?
And it's going to happen before, maybe for a holiday treat.
Snakeskin.
Nope. The blue leather Supreme 95.
Do you? Oh, yeah. You have the
Big
black
Italy.
one.
Have the black one. I need that with the little boot.
You don't have the regular
The Italian boot.
You don't
Yeah,
have the regular Supreme Air Max 98s, the black pair?
No.
That's the patent leather one?
Yeah, I thought that
No.
would have been a shoe. They kind of look like there was the gray.
I remember.
R.I.P.
The snakeskin one in there I like a lot.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Gary Warnett because he had
Always.
done that shoe.
Yeah.
But there's like the gray and blue pair that's made to look like the Prada America's Cup.
I think I had that blue pair and sold
But I
them.
think all those are awesome. Those were like.
I didn't really care for them. The snakeskin one I like quite a lot. The others, yeah.
But for a while too, that was almost like one of the last like really good Supreme collaborations for a minute.
What's been the last one that's been?
Supreme's had a lot of stinkers over the past
Really?
like 5 years.
Good Supreme Nike collaboration.
forgetting one?
recently. I mean, we definitely have a whole podcast about this somewhere.
You're right.
where we
I
talk
feel like
about-
those 95s aged really well. The Italian,
those-
the
yeah,
premium
they were
leather
so
ones.
expensive,
I
but
know.
for you, that's
just a
obviously
lot
not
of
really
like throwaway product. I
issue.
feel like. Just in general, Supreme.
Forgettable stuff.
The one thing that like irked me about Supreme shoes, and I hope they go away from this, is that like with Supreme, I feel like they're so known for sticking to distinct like colors, where it's like you do the shoes and it comes in like these 4 colors or whatever.
Okay.
And they tried so hard to make that green their thing. And to me, it's such a cringeworthy. I know
Is
people
it like the forest green?
no, it's like that slime green.
Yeah, it's lighter than.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
I know some people like the dunks, but they've used that on so many other shoes where they like really
that TN too, right?
they tried so hard just to make that like their like signature color, and I don't think it worked at all.
You know what? I actually, speaking of some of the recent Supreme Nikes being forgettable, I realized this weekend when I was looking through my room and I'm getting loaded up on shoes again, and I saw the box for the Supreme Blazer from this summer, and I was just like, I don't.
What a bad shoe.
I don't
the
really need
black
that.
and
Yeah.
What a bad shoe that was.
Just one that didn't stand up to the OG.
But I bought it just to buy it. And,
Also, other really bad Supreme shoes, semi-recent, that pack of dunks with like the silver toe on them.
oh yeah, with the jewel swoosh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, forgettable.
Oh, the blue, navy blue,
Yeah.
and white,
Yeah,
red and
yeah,
white.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
yeah,
I
we
like
didn't
the
need those.
ones. I like the ones with the stars, though.
The lows.
Yeah.
It's something like that. I'm like, I can't buy that and just not think of the highs. Like,
Oh wait, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Wasn't there another one?
oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, wasn't there?
There are many Supreme shoes with
the
stars
little,
on them.
The little swoosh. That was from years ago. But
That's what he's talking
You're,
about.
you're not talking about these.
No.
Oh, because I thought these
You're
were
talking
solid.
about the more recent ones.
No,
that
I'm talking about
are-
the one that had like the silver toe. They
Yeah. Joe's talking about the ones that just came out last year.
Yeah,
That
the
are,
ones that look like the panda dunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they look like the old
Exactly.
Supreme collaboration on the Dunk Highs with the stars. The lows, I don't need those.
Yeah. All right. Well, that took a turn. Started with the We'll see by the end of the podcast if this.
You think I'm gonna get down on one knee and clean the fucking
I didn't say you
Italian
have to do
dressing
that.
out
I would
of
take it
your
off for you,
hair
and I would put it.
That's
I would put it on a
95.
gold-plated riser. I would get you a full setup. No.
Should we talk about Yeezys for a little bit? I feel
What
like
do we got?
we're obligated to have a weekly Yeezy segment at this point.
Okay, let's hear it. What's the latest?
Goodwill's not taking the shoes.
To
Goodwill
me,
will
that's
not accept Yeezys as donations and just throw them away,
Saw
according
that.
to a memo that was floating around. I tried to email the guy whose name was on that memo to confirm it, but
that's like the crazy like first world. And not to discount like any of the stuff that Kanye said, but it's like if your mission as Goodwill is just to clothe the less fortunate in the world, that you're just like, hey, we're not going to put these shoes on people. I'm not saying like I'm not supporting anything Kanye said or saying you should wear Yeezys or
No, not on
whatever,
any
but
level.
just like we're at the point where it's like it's donations for the less fortunate, where it's like people need shoes who are in like
yeah.
bad situations where
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. It's not the what's the best way to put it? It's no one's gonna come for Goodwill with like a pitchfork if they're like if people are donating off their Yeezys and they're selling them to less fortunate people, that they're like doing something bad in life.
Yeah, I agree. StockX doesn't have any statement. It looks like they're going to keep selling Yeezys, which makes sense. I don't think anybody anticipated that these resale platforms would suspend sales. Goat is saying, we have no affiliation with Yeezy, but we're not going to stop selling the shoes. They've made some kind of vague statement about how they're going to work to combat anti-Semitism. Our own Riley Jones got a quick comment from them. Yeah, saying, maybe I can find it here. Goat says it won't prohibit the sale of Yeezys on its platform. The company will partner with organizations to combat anti-Semitism. Yeah. I still think the big burden here is going to come from the retailers who, the sneaker boutiques who depended on this business, and like they don't want to just try and sell a bunch of Adidas forums instead of selling Yeezy 350s.
It's different, for sure.
Again, and the thing to always underline is I do think Adidas did the right thing to drop EA, but I'm just interested to see what this does to the business as a whole.
And then we didn't talk about the Skechers thing. We missed that.
Just a weird going to the Skechers headquarters unannounced.
No. Sorry, you were going to say something.
No, I feel like with a lot of these resale platforms, they're all kind of in this like weird race to have like high valuations on like what their platforms are worth. It feels like since the start of Stadium Goods and Goat and all that, it's like all they've been doing is putting out press releases of our company's worth like X amount of million.
You hate that stuff.
Yeah, I dude, it's
big.
I've seen enough of that.
Yeah,
but they're in a race, 'cause especially StockX is, been long talks of having IPO.
Yeah, something they're working toward.
And if, say, Yeezys are, we don't know, maybe like 20 to 30% of their business, just maybe, I don't know, just hypothetically, are they going to, not saying that they shouldn't take a stand on it, but do you think that a company whose sole focus is to show the world what their platform is worth, they're going to cut out 30% of their business when they're like hoping that investors...
Right. I mean, I don't think that's their sole focus, but I do agree that like it's too risky for them to try and cut out all that business. So I wasn't anticipating any of those places like saying, yo, we're not going to sell Yeezys on here. So that's the latest on that.
Okay. Any other things to button up?
Did you see that? Did you like that new Off-White Nike shoe at all?
The one he designed from scratch?
Yeah. Not for me.
Different. For me, designing from scratch, I give a little leeway,
Yeah, sure. It's
so, like,
much harder to do.
And I think Ivan posted this was the first shoe he designed from scratch. Is
Yeah,
that
I think
true?
for Nike,
First
yeah.
Nike shoe.
First Nike shoe, yeah.
That's not based on an existing model, yeah.
Had like an ACG bottom to it.
Yeah,
There
kind
was
of.
writing on the sole. That was the coolest part of the shoe.
Saw that.
Yeah.
We're getting into like end of the year, sneaker of the year stuff. Lost and Found going to be on there?
Oh, yeah. Lost
Definitely.
and Found Jordan 1
Yeah.
is
Definitely.
one of the sneakers of the year for sure.
I mean, some of us have had them for 3 months.
I think...
No creases
I'm
either.
blushing.
No creases either. You
I'm
going to get a
blushing.
pair?
No.
Why not?
I don't own any Air Jordan 1 highs.
Okay.
He's an
Or
Air
sorry, I
Jordan
do. I
1
have
low
I'm
guy,
1 year.
remember?
But I had Air Jordan 1 highs, and I've said this on the show. I gave NCB my Shatter Backboard 2.0s.
You gave that sneaker away.
Yeah, not knowing what it would be worth. I gave it David Amaya my
Top 3 Jordan
top
ones?
3 Jordan
Oh, I'm
1s.
sure he cooked those. Just in my
Oh, just to quickly
top 3. So
touch on it. I think
Yeah.
with the Virgil Off-White stuff,
Yeah.
Nike, there was like three, almost like maybe like 3 different buckets of like his design language or like where the product would fall into. And there was like the Air Jordan stuff, and then there was like the Nike stuff that was where he got to touch like retro. Not that the other shoes weren't retro, but like just straight up retros, like the 10 situation.
But not all of the 10 were straight retros.
No, but getting to do Air Max 97s,
Yeah.
Air Max 90s, like stuff of that ilk, the Air Force Ones, where you got to do the Off-White touch on that. And I know they technically were retros, but there was like all of those like Kiger,
yeah,
waffle
Racer,
shoes.
I know you didn't like those, but
But that was like another.
Tiger, yeah.
That was like another like
With the
that was
spikes.
like it was like
spikes.
almost like its own silhouette, not silhouette, a silo.
Like different pillar.
Yeah, of like what he was doing in this in like that even that Air Force One that came out recently. They all had like the multicolored sole with like the spikes on it.
Yeah. Don't like those at all. Those
you know which one I like? Sorry, the Vapor Street, the yellow one.
Vapor Street?
It was the one with the really thick sole on it.
I liked it when I was in the
But-
tech bag.
but
I
this
bet you
new-
did. I bet you
But
did.
this new Virgil shoe, the one we designed from scratch,
Yeah.
feels like it just fits into that like
Yeah, I agree.
compartment of his work.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like tough because I think for a lot of people who are like really into shoes, that was like the least desirable like portion
Version of his Nike work.
of his Nike work, where that was maybe the more like mass market, like not everyone, but they were way easier to obtain
Yeah.
shoes.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Makes sense. I
Should
think
we
it's
give
time
away?
though. Yeah,
Yeah.
Give away some
Give away
shoes.
some shoes.
let's do it.
Like Matt Welty with all his Jordans over the years, with all his most valuable Jordan sneakers. Every week here on the Complex Sneakers Podcast, we give away a free pair of sneakers with our good friends at eBay and their Authenticity Guarantee program. You can go to ebay.complex.com to enter to win a pair. If we pick your question on there, if we read your question aloud here on air, we're going to send you a free pair of sneakers. And just so people know, we're going to be doing a bit of this at ComplexCon as well.
Yes.
If you don't have a set of ComplexCon tickets for you and your whole family,
Big giveaway.
yeah, we got some exciting stuff lined up for them. So please do buy ComplexCon tickets. People have been asking if we're going to do something live. We will have the podcast live there, I think Saturday and Sunday, right?
And
And what else?
Matt Welty deadlift contest.
Is that-
Just announced.
Is that right?
Oh yeah,
just
They
announced?
announced that?
no.
Who's the sponsor?
Matt Welty deadlift contest
We-
at the Hyatt
I'm-
Regency?
I bet we can find a sponsor for that.
Yeah, no.
Muscle
All kidding
Milk?
aside, we're
Who
doing
would
a lot
sponsor
of
that?
complex.
Rogue Fitness.
Okay.
Say it to camera.
Rogue Fitness.
Okay.
Sponsor me.
What about on? Look, he's trying. We'll get to that later, but We'll get to what we're wearing later. But yes, Complex Con, come see us. We have a bunch of giveaways. I think there's like a Q&A. We're going to be doing a lot there for those 2 days. So hope to see everyone there. Get your tickets now, complexcon.com. And before that, let's give away a pair of shoes.
Yes.
We were giving these away to Jacob Pig, Dallas, Texas. I would have known. I would have stayed and delivered them. We had Mark Cuban sneaker shopping in Dallas, Texas. But he asks, with the holiday season coming up, does your family and friends ever expect sneakers from you as a gift? I like this question because it's a yes.
Really?
And I think it's a cheat code for us. Get sneakers for...
I don't do it.
No?
No.
Why? You don't want to fit into the sneaker man like stereotype?
Sneaker
It says it in his profile. But I like it because I always think it's interesting because like there's some sort of curation that goes through it. I think we always talked about how like probably not getting like a Travis Scott reverse mocha, but like
no,
but like a Union Dunk
for your mom.
No, but like a Union Dunk is like a great gift to me. Like, you know what I mean? Always Air Max 95 OG staple. I like, sometimes
Who are you buying the Air Max 95s for?
just like a cousin.
Okay.
Well, why?
No, I thought like you were buying it for like your uncle or something like
No.
that. Just like dropping off Air Max 95.
Uncle Dom though has the New York City Air Force Ones though from a while back.
Really?
Yeah, the black with the white outline on the swoosh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. May need to update him. He's suddenly cooked. But yeah, maybe he gets some. But anyway, sorry.
Incentives and Gonzo.
Yeah. But I do think I don't know if they expect it, but I like giving them as gifts.
Yeah. What about you, Welty?
I think I mentioned it on here. I've always bought my mom a lot of shoes.
Yeah.
I always like try to get her like a really good like walking shoe. So over the years, I like back when I worked at Foot Locker, I used to get her like Kayano, like the latest Kayano.
Good one.
Or
Nice.
I'd get her like the Air Max 2009. Or even like in recent times, I've gotten her like 990 V5s.
Cool.
And she's into it?
Yeah, or like a pair of like Hoka, Bondi, something like that. Just like a shoe that she could actually use.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What about you?
I would almost never get somebody. I'm trying to think if I ever have. I mean, I've definitely helped a lot of people in my life with sneakers.
Shoes,
sometimes not of my own volition.
Okay.
And every time the holiday season rolls around, we donate a ton of shoes here at Complex. We do a sneaker drive, and we all contribute significantly. But I'm not really going out of my way to buy shoes for the people in my life, my family at least.
Okay.
Not for Christmas. No, I don't. I don't think like, for example, my parents. I just don't think that they would care, or that they would. My mom would never like be interested in that. Maybe my dad, because he dresses like a fucking idiot, and he would like some like wacky pattern. What?
Okay. Well.
I would say that, Dave. It's a joke. It's a joke. Yeah, maybe, but I just it's not something I've ever done.
Oh, speaking of giving away shoes, another PSA.
Oh.
Because it's like the 5th time in a row that it's happened. I had recently, and I'm thankful that I got sent it, even though I don't have use for it. I got sent a pair of Adidas Samba golf shoes. And I know I had said on here that Adidas, for whatever reason, doesn't make shoes that fit anymore. There's something, and I had spoken to someone at Adidas, and they said, yes, we are having issues. We like revamped the sizing on our shoes, and they're having issues with it. So I had mentioned, I think this is the 5th pair in a row from the past year. And they don't fit.
Wow.
It's not even like, hey, they're a little snug. It's just like they just.
Did you ever think that maybe you're the problem?
No, I have hundreds of pairs of shoes, Adidas, all the brands. Some brands might fit a little more snug than the other ones, but when you put it on and you're an 11 and you're like, this fits like a size 10, you're like, this isn't anywhere in the realm of like if you're just a standard.
Maybe you're the wrong size.
No.
You want to check it?
No, we already did that.
Mr. Brannick right
No,
there?
all my other shoes, they fit. This shoe isn't even like a snug fit. It's just like it's like putting on a shoe that hurts because it's too small. Well, so another shoe that I'm going to be just giving to someone in the community, but I know they have way bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
I was going to make a tweet about it as a joke. I'm like, Adidas' problems listed in order. It's like number 1, dealing with all the BS with Kanye West. Yeah. Number 2, the fact their shoes don't fit.
Number 3, making Matt Welty happy.
Yeah, maybe they need to. Do they need to invite you to headquarters and you get the rulers out?
I think they just need. I think
the
they just
protractor out.
I think they just need to either go back 2 years ago and compare the shoes. I actually took these shoes because I was really curious about it.
Oh, yeah.
So I forget what it was. I had taken something else. Like it may have just been a New Balance. I know they run a little bigger, or like an Air Max 90 or something like that. And I took them like sole to sole.
Like that, yeah.
And there was about this much difference in a size 11 Adidas Samba, which was a shoe that usually ran big because it's flat. So the shoe's like stretched out a little more than a running shoe that like caves up a little bit. And there was maybe a half an inch to an inch difference in a size 11 Adidas to a size 11 other brand.
Well, good news. Hopefully,
we are giving away
some Adidas. Hopefully these fit. Jacob, if you're not your size.
Those run big. So they're actually in luck. They don't run small.
Okay. We briefly talked about sneaker of the year. Adidas Gucci, is that going to be in the top 10? Probably, right?
Good shoes.
Yes.
Great shoe.
Coolest Adidas project this year, in my opinion.
Yeah. I love this
I'm standing by
colorway.
that.
I think we gave away the all over printed one, right?
Yes, I like those.
So this is the pink 2-tone, 3-tone colorway. Jacob Pig, Dallas, Texas.
To me, those are definitely those 1 and 2 are like the two best. Like
Harry Styles got the fit off. Remember you said, didn't
the
you
big
say?
pants. You did. No, you had said you got.
I'm just playing with you.
Off.
Harry.
You
Styles.
tried to catch me.
No, at the
on
Zane
that
Lowe
one.
interview, got the picture. Harry Styles got a fit off. So hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully Jacob will get a fit off. That's Jacob?
Yeah, Jacob Pig, Dallas,
Yeah,
Texas.
enjoy.
Good question. Happy holidays. You're getting the Adidas Gucci Gazelle.
I do like that new Sean Weatherspoon shoe.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think that's probably his best Adidas work so far. What a nice box. I didn't
Great
realize
box.
those had the nice slide out box.
It really is. It's a Gucci shoe with Adidas branding on it rather than an Adidas shoe with Gucci branding.
Good. Yeah, that's what I would want if I was.
This is awesome.
If I was
It
getting
came with like dust bags and
Gucci Adidas sneaker. Yeah, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Very smooth.
Got all this?
You didn't want to toss it over to me. You didn't want me to.
No.
Got it back in the box. We do have a couple of guests. Have we ever done
yes.
2 guests on the podcast?
Have we?
not on the pod.
Okay. We've never done
No,
2
yes,
guests.
we have.
We
Not
have?
in person, not IRL.
Oh?
We did have Jerry Lorenzo and Jason Maiden
that's
together.
Right, you're right. Okay, so we do have, once again, for the second time ever, I'm pretty sure, 2 guests.
Our guests on today's podcast have been carving out their own lane in golf since they linked up in 2009 at Morehouse College. After college, they pursued golf professionally and had bigger aspirations of creating their own company that mixed their passion for the sport and entrepreneurship. After a decade of meeting, they formed Eastside Golf, a brand that has taken the footwear, apparel, and golf space by storm and has become recognizable through its consistent momentum. They've already brought one classic Jordan to the golf course, and up next is the brand's Jordan 1 collaboration that's going to hit later this year. We're excited to have Olajuwon Ajanaku and Earl A. Cooper from Eastside Golf on the Complex Sneakers podcast. All right, guys, listen, packed house.
Yeah.
Feels a little weird. You're already like encroaching on my space with your water bottle and
Are
your
you
phone.
really? You're mad about my water bottle?
All right,
being on your
listen,
desk?
just like, no, you're good.
I
You're
can't
good.
share Joe La Puma's desk with him? Is that
You're
what it is?
good. Listen, these guys on these seats, it's like you're on Fallon Tonight. The desks are gone.
There you go.
We have 2 great guests. Welcome, guys. How you doing?
No,
Thanks
for
for
having
having
us.
us, for sure.
Sure.
Special accommodations, like you said. Usually the set doesn't look like this.
And we appreciate y'all doing that for us, man.
Shouts to Pecos. Pecos on the text. Things happen quick.
Yeah,
When
OG.
Pecos
Is that who
on
said
the
that?
text. So yeah, happy to have you guys. You guys are, I feel like it comes up so much, on whether it's like internally in the Slack or on this show, how you guys are moving, and congratulations. We'll get into a bunch of that.
Speaking of accommodations, did they give you guys bottle service in the green room? Because I follow both of you on Instagram.
What?
And ever since like Eastside Golf, since the first Jordan collaboration has taken off,
That is hilarious.
all I see is like Earl like every other
Yes.
weekend.
Last night, a couple hours ago, I think it was Lenny S.
Oh,
They had their Halloween La La,
yeah.
Victor Cruz, the
You're
whole
at
thing.
every
That
like
crew.
big party now.
We get the invite, we get the text. It was
Wow.
funny. I was telling him, I was like, yo, I had to tell someone, I'm like, celebrities, quote unquote, they don't hide. You just don't get the text. It's like college. It's like the house parties. It's like, oh, we're all over here. We're all over there. So,
When you roll into those situations, are they all know about the brand or?
yes and no. Some of it is new. I think some of them have seen it. They may not know
Yeah.
who I am for sure, but they definitely know the logo. And then a lot of, golf is booming right now. So everybody's getting into it.
Do you give them like an elevator pitch on the brand or?
It all depends. I mean, if it's like 2 a.m, nah, what's
No.
up? Keep it
Trying to
moving.
scream in the ear. It's like the meme of the guy talking to the woman at the club.
Golf is a really big thing right now. I just had a collaboration with Jordan Brand.
In the beginning, you try, you realize that doesn't work.
Yeah.
What I love about that is, though, Victor obviously has been on the
Yes.
podcast. Victor's been out on the links a
Heavy.
ton, and he's wearing
Yeah.
your guys' stuff all the time. I think he like modeled for you guys. And
Yes.
what's it like, to like you said, golf is booming right now, and to see like these industry people who are getting into golf and like the first time they're hitting the courses, they're wearing your stuff.
No, it's definitely dope because now we see just how far golf can actually reach, how far it can go within other sports. You know what I'm saying? Basketball, football. I mean, those are just the sports where a lot of the athletes actually play. But now we get to show it just in a different light. They get to be themselves out on the golf course, but still rock J's.
Yeah.
And you rock Eastside Golf while you out there. So it's just a whole nother, I'd say, vibe when they're out there with Eastside on. You know.
Are you at that point where it's annoying yet because people want the shoes from you? Like, are you still enjoying the success to where it's like you're happy to hook everybody up? Or
No,
is it
it's-
annoying now?
Nah,
It's a lot.
I just got a couple
I mean,
calls
it's
in the
a-
green room.
Yeah.
Who called you?
I can't mention his name, but he knows who he is. He knows this.
Yeah, and I mean, we a picture on Complex come out, Complex sneakers, or one of the other avenues, or one of the other pages will come out, and then all of a sudden our phone will just start blowing up. I'm just like, damn, who posted what? And then we see a picture, then we start getting texts, and it's just like, yeah, I need these in a size 10, 12, 13, and it's like, it's amazing.
It is
It's
like you
amazing,
respect
but-
it because
Yeah.
I mean, for me, not too long ago, we were just on the other side.
Yeah,
like
for
we
sure.
were just admiring from afar, and then you creep, you build some relationships, you can hit a couple people up, so you get it. It's all a part of it. None of it is like annoying. You take it in stride, but you definitely see the other side where like how like a larger brand has to pick and choose. Like
Right.
Yeah.
say a Nike, Jordan, you can't just send it to everybody. You really have to be selective on who you send it to, tasteful, because again, I mean.
But being around big people is nothing new for you because you started off your career not start off your career, but early on you were giving golf lessons to Joe Biden.
Yeah,
So-
I had that. I did that.
I mean, if you're talking about
We get him a pair of fours, maybe?
You know what? We definitely got Obama the force.
Okay.
Obama the force. He was wearing a hat the other day. We got wind of that.
Okay.
So he's a big fan of the brand. You know what? I gotta get Joe some shoes.
Okay.
I feel like there's like actual rules around that, right? Right? If you're you can't accept a certain level of gift or something if you're the president.
I mean, there's that picture of Obama and Spike Lee with the Spizikes, right?
I know, but I think there are some
It could
some
be. It could be.
technicalities.
We'll definitely make sure Joe gets some shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to get this picture of Obama and Eastside. I mean, it's kind of hard to get it, but we see him in it all the time. All the time. So
And now being part of the Jordan family, where did it start for like you guys to see like almost like, Jordan brand athletes? I know like for me, it was always like Darius Miles and Quentin Richardson. Where like did you guys become like in tune with the brand besides MJ, of course?
I mean, well, I'll start off. My first pair of J's was in 9th grade.
Okay.
I couldn't afford Jordans growing up. It was the Air Jordan Retro 2s, white and black. In 9th grade, I still remember it like it was yesterday. But prior to that, I mean, I saw Darius Miles.
Yeah.
Rasheed Wallace was in Air Forces, but
Yes.
he wore Jordans a few times here and there, definitely in college. But it was really watching UNC.
Okay.
I would say most of the time I was watching college basketball, and I just saw a lot of the PEs, a lot of the different Jordans that were coming out, and that's when I really got hooked on, I say, Jordan brand, was his college, for sure.
Are you guys gonna be able to get Morehouse Jordans? I know.
We're working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it.
We're working
That's
on
a
it.
big push of ours. Obviously, being Morehouse alum,
Yeah.
we figure out ways to get back all the time. Right now, they're a Nike school, so it makes it a little bit difficult. But
Are you having talks to like see if you can get them over to Jordan brand or?
well, it would be different because, like, as you guys know, like that stuff is like through conferences.
Yeah.
So like the conference gets
Sure.
a group of schools. Now you have seen Jordan, like shout out, the Jordan brand. They just did a 20-year deal with Howard University.
Yeah, because they did the Air
Yeah.
Jordan 6 too. Yeah.
But like in that whole conversation, which is interesting, a lot of people don't know that the golf team is exempt from that because the golf team has a partnership with Steph Curry and Under Armour.
Interesting.
Okay.
So they kind of
This
like
is at
segment
Howard
them
or-
out.
Howard University.
University.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they kind of came in with the golf and how Steph endowed the golf team.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have one. So like he started it, endowed it, and then they basically partnered up. But that was years ago. And now later on. So again, it's a collective effort. I mean, we'd love to do something like that with Jordan Brand, though, like kind of like grab the Morehouse golf team. But you would need to be able to endow it, right? You got to raise a couple $1 million to be able to kind of sustain itself. And then you necessarily wouldn't need the support of the conference. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But definitely, we want to figure out a way to support the guys.
We have to. I know we got right to it, but we have to talk about what everyone's wearing.
For
on
sure.
feet.
All right,
Earl,
I'm
what
starting.
you got on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the Eastside Jordan collab 12s with the mud splatter out the mud.
Okay.
And then on the bottom you got the turf. So then you got the logo here on the tongue. So yeah, man, these are the ones. These are the story. So
And what did it go into designing that shoe?
Yeah, so I mean, literally, it was my story on playing golf. It was an instance where my mom had 3 jobs, and I had to find a way to the golf course. And I literally walked 2 miles to the MARTA bus stop in Atlanta. And by the time I get there, it's red clay mud splattered all over my shoes.
Were you wearing 12s or?
No, I was just I feel like I was just wearing golf shoes, regular golf shoes. But then I get on the MARTA bus, take that, 40 minutes to the golf course. By the time I get there, I play maybe 54 holes, 72 holes. I get done, it's red clay mud all over my shoes, my pants, my shirt, a little bit on my face, but it shows grit, determination that I'm here to get it out the mud. And that's where the splatter came from and the colorway.
Did you know that right away, or was it like talking with Jordan Brand designers that they kind of unearthed that story, or just something you always wanted to tell?
I actually designed all the shoes, and I came up with the story myself as well. I mean, me being from Georgia, talking about the red clay mud, talking about adversity and all those different power words. I mean, now to design from it and design from those hindrances that we had growing up and those mishaps that we just couldn't take advantage of. It shows power. And, Nike Golf and Jordan Brand, they wanted to show that through the shoe. And I came with the design afterwards, and they were all game.
Very good. What do you got on feet?
Air Jordan 6. Air Jordan 6. I believe Georgetown, to be specific.
There we go.
Yeah. No, I love these. Felt like they, brought out the little top that I had on.
Yeah.
This was a sample that this was leading up to the red clay mud top piece that we're selling. This was the first one that we designed. Has a logo on the front, Jordan and Eastside. But
you just make that yourself, like the polo shirts, and you like showed up with MJ, and he's like, where did that come from?
Yeah, I mean, they loved everything that I put together. It was just a different wave of how golf could look, and it's amazing they letting us do it.
We're doing Air Max 95 Lorenzo G custom
With a little bit of
with the stained
Italian dressing.
with the stain
Yeah.
Splattered on
from
there.
lunch. Yeah.
Those are nice.
Thanks, man.
Get well soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Did I wear these on here already?
I think FSR.
Studios,
You wore those
Reebok?
on
FSR.
full
Well, I don't
size,
care.
man.
They're really good, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep wearing them. Pink colorway.
Love it.
You see me?
I still feel weird wearing these.
Why?
It's the low on
Uh-huh.
collaboration. I don't know. They're comfortable.
Why are you conflicted?
I still feel weird wearing on.
Yeah.
It actually had a funny moment on the train here. I'm riding the path and I'm sitting there. Like when the train like jolts, sometimes people go like flying across
Yeah.
the train, and someone does that and they step on my shoes.
You had to fuck them up?
No, but it was someone wearing a pair of those like Cole Haan like 0 grand like dress shoes,
yeah.
and I'm like. I'm like wearing the ons. I feel like someone wearing those Cole Haan dress shoes. I feel like it's like serendipitous in a weird way that I got these shoes stepped on.
But you didn't fight?
No.
Okay.
Can we talk about quickly? I don't want to take over the show, but
No,
like
please.
they came out of nowhere. Like
Out of
On
nowhere.
came out of like
Out of nowhere.
nowhere, and then I can't like it's like that instance when you buy a car and you see it everywhere.
Yeah.
That's literally like how those shoes are.
Huge at the airport.
It's
everywhere.
crazy. Yeah.
There's a store on Lafayette Street here in the city, and there's people like lining up outside of the store. I'm like,
It's unbelievable.
Especially Florida, you go, everyone has on, and it's like, yeah.
It's crazy.
I feel really weird because I'd mentioned it on Twitter and people were like giving me crap for it. Like I had gotten these shoes for free, so I don't want to make it seem like that. But these are $400 retail for a pair of Ons, which is like an insane
Right.
concept that like they're now entering like a high fashion market.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. And like you said, the price point isn't even cheap. It's interesting. But shout out to them.
So 2009 is when you guys met at Morehouse, and like, you know, in college, it's like you're at the dining hall and you're like, oh, you know, this guy kind of, you know, like it used to be like, I remember as a Nike Talk, like, oh, I think that guy's on Nike Talk. But talk about how you guys linked up and like how in the early stages you had like a dream of something big together.
For sure. I mean, the first time we ever met, we were at practice. You know, we were both on a golf team, and we had practice down at John A. White Park, and it's right down the street from Morehouse. And we get there, you know, everybody's sizing each other up. You know, exactly. I don't know this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I'm feeling.
I still, to this day, I look at these guys like, you know, I don't know.
So we end up playing our first. I remember we ended up playing like our first round of golf, just 9 holes, and we was just like, okay, I can work with him. Okay, he's competitive. He's talking a little trash. I can work with him, and he cool, you know. But then even past that, you know, going to golf tournaments, we'd be in the back of the bus talking about just dreaming. You know, where we would want to be. You know, on the golf course, you know, there's a video from 10 years ago that I have talking about a championship ring. You know,
can you send us that?
Yeah, I got
we
you.
definitely got to get that to you.
Yeah. And then it just came to fruition.
Awesome.
You know, but doing it with my brother.
Yeah,
so.
no, for sure. Like, we got video, like he said, literally 10 years ago. It's like me and him just practicing, and he was on the YouTube, like, capturing the film, and I'm there right with him. You know what I mean? I'm on the other side of the camera while he talking smack. We had, like, kind of like what we do right now, just on Instagram. And even before that, so, like, Olajuwon always, you know, could play golf at a high level, and he had a car then too. So I didn't have a car because I was moving from Delaware. So he was from Atlanta. He had a car, so he was always going to practice. So I always knew, like, you could always just kind of catch a ride with him to practice. But to this point, like, for us, we both, well, a lot of people don't know, but we're 4 days apart.
Oh wow.
We both are transfer students. And like, we just had a lot of similarities. And then even like after college, we just stayed in contact and always supported each other. Like, even before Eastside Golf, I was doing other things. He supported me and vice versa. So it's always been like a brotherhood to, you know, now we just, you know, get a chance to, you know, make a lot of money together.
I assume that whenever you golf now, you're wearing your own stuff. But do y'all remember what you were wearing back then? Like, what was the footwear when you were in college in terms of golf?
No, I remember. It was it were white and black Air Nike. I feel like Zoom. I don't want to say Zoom Infinity. Definitely. Definitely. Nike Golf sponsored our golf shoes.
Oh, nice.
You weren't out here in some foot joys back
No,
then?
not at all. Not Nike Golf. Nike Golf. But nah. We had dope shoes. We had 2 pair of golf shoes. We got golf bag. But then crazy story, I actually I didn't like the uniforms that we had, you know, and one time we had a golf tournament downtown Atlanta, and I ended up creating uniforms for the entire golf team. That was actually my first time designing.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't know what I was doing, but I got patches from the bookstore, went to H&M, got blanks, you know, and made sizes for everybody. And, you know, athletic director came to the course and was just like, whose uniforms are those?
He said, what are y'all doing? We looking at him like, huh? Like, yo, what are y'all doing? And he's like, we wearing, like, he's like, no. Where'd y'all get that? And where are y'all shirts? You know,
did he like it, or he was like, no?
No,
he was
like you're breaking conference rules.
Got it.
It wasn't that we had like another competitive logo, but it was the fact that, you know, the conference.
We were signed by, well, not signed by, but we had a contract through Russell at the time, and we had like these mock necks, and I was, this ain't it. This ain't it.
But you guys end up being the first HBCU to win the golf national championship.
So we won it out of HBCUs.
Okay.
We won it out of the HBCUs.
Okay. But when that happened, did that kind of like get you guys like connections to other people like in the industry?
You know, I wouldn't say it did. I mean, one of the things that if you shoot low enough at the tournament, you're basically passing your PAT, and that's Players Abilities Test, and that's what you can go on to actually be a PGA professional, what Earl is, but that's the first step, you know? So if you play well at that tournament, basically it's the next step is to go to the PGA school, you know, their diversity school, and then go from there to become a PGA professional.
And I would say, too, to your point, it's like, it's unfortunate, right, that it doesn't get that notoriety. And I think on some level, like early on, like the big brands like Titleist and FootJoy and TaylorMade and Callaway, they used to support it. I think they kind of push back a little bit, but I think that's a missed opportunity for sure, right? Like even if it is among HBCUs, it's still kind of the best of the best. And then so how do you provide them with the support that they need to kind of get to the next level?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you feel like though that there was still, I mean, you said you appreciated the shoes you had back then, but I feel like that was before it kind of turned and there were sneaker brands making cool, golf retro shoes. Like I think of when Gentry Humphrey, who I know you guys are close with, like when he started to do the Nike golf stuff and was doing Air Max 90s with golf stuff on the bottom. That came a little bit after you guys were in college.
Yeah,
right?
You couldn't even compare it. In my mind, like we had no sense of even like that was a dream.
Right.
To think where golf is today, like we come from a very like khaki white shirt tucked in, like super rigid, no creativity, like literally I was on Instagram, and again it's Instagram, but literally someone wrote a comment under our the Talking Shop episode 1, and he's like, tuck those shirts in. Like I don't like any of this, tuck them shirts in.
Well, it's crazy you say that because I gave the Chicago. Did I buy the Chicago ones off you?
I did, yes. You
The
did.
golf shoe.
Yeah.
The golf shoe,
Chicago
and I
one
gave them to
golf
my
shoe,
friend. I
yeah.
was like, "Yo, these."
Did I cut you a deal or?
I don't know. We'll see. They go for a
sound
lot
like
now.
it. It did
sound
They go
like
for a
it.
lot now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It was
yeah.
you
Like, did I get it?
Yeah,
from you?
it was.
You didn't put pressure on me, but I was like,
No.
man, I could just go resell these for like $400.
Listen,
Joe
they're
La
going
Puma
for a
wants to buy
lot.
it from
They're
me.
going for a lot, and you hooked it up. But even
Okay.
my friend, who is like a really good golfer, he would wear them, and like the friends would be like, "Yo, how are you wearing like those? Looks
Right.
they're still even like when that was happening." And I was like, "Yo,
There's like a
it's the
stigma around it.
It was like the
100%.
Chicago. I was like, "Yo, don't listen to them. Like they don't know what they're talking about."
Yeah.
And it's funny that like even the classic Chicago one. So
Yeah. No, it's still very relevant today. Like
Yeah.
it's still a lot of work to be done. I mean, it's just scratching the surface
Yeah.
at a lot of these clubs that don't allow it. You know what I mean? Just historically how golf is designed. Like
Yeah.
it's built on exclusivity, right? And so like the more people that want into something, they just raise the price to keep people out. You know what I mean? It's not built on where you want to like welcome everybody. And that's what makes our brand so different and unique, where it's like we're literally meeting people where they are and just saying, yo, no, this is for you because you can be you. We're not like golf. I would say like this is like it's an exchange of like rules. It's like, all right, you want to go play golf, but here's these 10 rules you got to follow. You got to have your shirt tucked in. You got to do this. You got to say this. You got to be this. You got boom. But we're saying, hey, you want to go play golf? Here's a dope shirt, and that's it. Just be you.
If you look back, it's like Tiger Woods has had all these signature shoes with Nike, but none of the products that memorable. It's just white and black golf shoes where it's like the biggest player in the world
Yeah.
still didn't even get like a golf product that could stick out.
Yeah. I mean, all of his product has been, golf related or just strictly golf. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, he did very well.
Yeah.
I mean, and his clothing brand did very well. Nike Golf made a lot of money off of him. But now to get more people involved in the game, I mean, that's what we're doing, changing the way the 12s look, changing the way even the golf shoes look, the 12 golf shoes. Every single shoe that we touch, we want it to tell a story.
Did you have that low top one, the navy one that's coming
Yeah,
out?
yeah. The 12.
Was it Miles Worthington the third?
Wyatt Worthington the third.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He's a first sign athlete.
Yeah.
Nice.
First sign athlete.
Yep. Shout out to Wyatt.
Shout out to Wyatt.
He definitely he's participated in 2 majors so far in his career. He played in one this year, the PGA Championship, and also qualified for the PGA tournament at the Rocket Mortgage Classic, which was a special moment because it's like we knew the shoes were coming, and like literally we're like scrambling, like right when he got in that tournament, we're like, nah, this is the moment. We want him to debut this shoe.
Yeah.
Right.
Like we want him to come out with it. We're not gonna have anyone else out there. There's no one better. Like he's our first athlete. We want to make sure that we can kind of do those things. So we were able to make that happen. It was a very, very special moment.
I'm sure it's important too to have it be at the highest level of the game, where it's like this isn't just for play.
No,
Definitely.
no.
I mean, it's crazy. Just even the backstory. He used to work at Detroit Golf Club, where they had the actual tournament, and I created the company in Detroit.
Yeah.
So to have both of those things, and then to have him playing in the tournament with all Eastside on, with the Eastside Golf 12s. I mean, it's astonishing. Like I can't even believe it sometimes.
And it's like it's just important too. Like for us, it was like it was important that it was a golf shoe too, because it's like we're rooted in golf.
Sure.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like we are a golf brand, and then these other things are kind of secondary, but we're really good at them as well. But yeah, it's special, and Wyatt's gonna make it, and we got more athletes that we have our eye on, and just kind of help them give them that step up.
Has there been any challenges converting Jordans to golf shoes? Like, has everyone been like, okay, we'll figure it out and it works, or there's been some that are like, I don't know if it's gonna work as like a golf spike with the sole?
Nah, it definitely has made a good transition into golf. I mean, the shoes are very comfortable. The Jordan Air golf shoes, all of them are very comfortable. They feel a lot different than when they first came out. 2012, 13, they're still trying to figure it out. But now, I mean, it's on point. I mean, all the different colors. But now it's the clothes have to catch up, I feel, to the shoes. To where you got on J's, but then you still wearing khakis and a polo. Like, nah, like these clothes have to match the shoes, But then also, what are you going to wear off the golf course? You're going to take these same Jordans, wear them off the golf course to a lounge, but then play golf in them. Like, how do you live in all these spaces and make people feel like themselves on the golf course, or in golf itself?
Definitely.
Obviously, the first shoe you guys did, the Jordan 4, the white and navy colorway with the player logo.
Absolutely.
On
Who's
the
that
tongue.
supposed to be?
So actually, it's supposed to be me.
Okay.
Yeah, the logo is supposed to be me. I was turning pro in golf, putting the logo on my polo and on my bag, and then he was like, "Yo, put that on a T-shirt." And then from there, I've always been into fashion, of course, and then I end up making like 8 or 9 SKUs. First 3,000 orders I shipped out from my apartment in Detroit myself, and that's where Eastside Golf was born.
Yeah.
And so you have the 4, super limited.
Yeah.
It was like
family.
for a lot of intents and purposes, it was like your introduction to the world. Because
absolutely.
some people knew the brand, but like getting the Jordan collab was like,
Yeah.
this is Eastside Golf, and it just introduced you to everyone. Now that shoe goes for like over $2,000. There wasn't a lot of pairs of it, but I think it only dropped on your website.
Yeah, it did.
What was that like having that release?
I mean, it was definitely dope because our talks with MJ leading up to that shoe, he was just saying, yo, I believe in you guys. You guys are going about golf a totally different way than what I've ever seen. I mean, you guys are really pioneering the golf landscape to look different, and then to give us the opportunity for me to even design the shoe. I went with our original colors and designed it from what we had and came out with that, even with the canvas on the bottom. I mean, it tells an entire story of what we want golf to look like. And MJ just loved it up and down.
How's it like playing with him? How competitive?
I haven't played golf with him yet.
Okay.
I haven't played golf.
Wait,
I had
how is that
dinner with him.
possible?
I mean, we've been to the Grove a few times.
Are you trying to get your bank up first before you?
Oh, you gotta have the right bankroll.
You gotta kind of have the right bankroll to play with him. But nah, I mean, he definitely still plays golf with friends and everybody. But I mean, I've had dinner with him, had drinks with him, lunch with him. But as far as playing golf with him, I mean, that lasts about 2 hours, 18 holes. So you got to catch him when you can.
That's a different level. Yeah, soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's coming. It's definitely
For
coming.
sure.
How often do you guys still play?
Not very often.
Okay.
I mean, working
He
most
plays
of the
a
time.
lot more than me.
Okay.
Yeah, not very often. But
Do you miss it now that you could from head to toe, you could be dripped out or not, or just like,
See, like it's different for me because I've been playing golf my whole life.
Got it.
Right? So it's not like it's the wave now, but like we've been here. You know what I mean? Like I tell people, we put the 10,000 hours in. So I enjoy playing golf. Don't get me wrong. I do miss it sometimes, but I'm not obsessed with it. Like people are on me now all the time. Like
Right,
now,
you're the Eastside
that's the
Golf guy.
conversation
Yeah.
Right,
in
where
the
you
club.
at?
Like
Yeah.
people be like, "Yo, when we playing?" If they know who I am, they're like, "Yo, what's up, man?" Like even last night, he was like, "Yo, you gotta get my handicap down."
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we're gonna go out, and I'm just kind of like, bro.
I feel like it's one of those things too with golf. It's like if you were at a certain level at one point that you have like maybe anxiety to play again because if you don't shoot how you used to shoot, you're just going to be angry the whole time.
Or see, I'm not angry the whole time. It's funny. I don't like playing well because now this is gonna sound crazy, but it's like a thing where it's like it awakens that in you. Like, man, maybe if I tried a little bit harder, I could.
Oh, right. Like,
You know
I
what I
had
mean?
this.
I
I
could
was
have
there.
had
I
it.
can
Like,
go after
maybe
it.
I can start.
Right.
You know, I enjoy playing competitively. Don't get me wrong. Like we'll go out, like me, Gentry, like we'll all go out. We'll play for a couple dollars and have fun with it. I love that. But it's like a thing where if you play too well too long, you kind of think in your head, so you like, maybe I need to, you know.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that because then you're setting yourself up for a heartbreak. So.
Yeah.
How good is Gentry?
No, he's good. He got a solid game.
Yeah.
I played golf with him numerous times. I mean, he shoots in the 70s.
Yeah,
You been
You
to his
know,
house?
high,
You seen his
high
sneaker collection?
70s. So what now?
You seen his sneaker collection?
some of it. It's a big collection.
Yeah. And when he comes out to the golf course, he's always wearing, you know, one of two made. You know, like
Sure.
he had these AJ Retro 5 golf
Okay.
shoes, and they had the number 75 written on the back piece back here. And never seen them, but they were one of two made. And the only other person that has the other pair is MJ.
What was the
You know?
75 for?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I still don't know.
Is
But
that a-
yeah, like, I mean, he has
What
all
if you
these
shot
different.
75? Did you shoot 75? Is that bad?
75 is a good score, by the way.
75 is a good
I'm
score.
trying to do the math.
But no, he just has undoubtedly the most insane golf shoe collection for
Yeah.
sure.
There's a lot of big sneakerheads in golf now as well. Brooks Koepka.
Yeah.
Joe, who was the guy you had on
Pat
the
Perez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pat Perez
Crazy.
joined is crazy. So that's
Crazy.
part of his contract,
Yeah, yeah,
allegedly. I don't
Yeah,
quote
he
me,
doesn't. Yeah, he does not get paid by Jordan Brand, I believe.
but he gets every
But-
shoe.
But
He has the Mike Bibby deal.
Yeah,
Mike
he gets
Bibby
paid in
didn't take a
shoes.
check, just got the shoes.
Yep, yep.
Yep, and his
Yep.
collection is nuts.
Crazy.
Are those guys hitting you up for shoes though? That they want to be like the first ones to get them, or
Nah, Jordan Brand actually sends them
Okay.
our shoes. Yeah,
You said
yeah.
email them. Don't
Yeah,
email me.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean-
yeah, they'll take care of him.
Yeah, anybody that's on the Jordan team, they usually get our shoes from
When are we
Jordan
going to
Brand.
see around with you guys in Khaled?
We got to
Soon.
make that happen.
So,
Right?
Is it
Let's
Khaled?
go golfing.
Is it
Yeah,
Khaled?
let's go
It-
golfing.
it definitely
He was
be
on
coming
the
soon.
links this
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah,
Either
yeah,
Sunday
no.
or Monday.
Well, you saw, like,
Yeah.
so we gifted him the locker, right?
Okay. Does he
Yeah.
actually
So-
play golf?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's been starting.
And then like
He's
he
getting
went
over to
crazy,
it.
and then he put the net in his backyard, and then he just was on it. Like it just. But even when we were down there, Formula One at this house, and we were talking, and he was just talking about golf, and he was just like, and it was kind of to our larger story where like our goal, one of our goals and missions is like normalize the game.
Yeah.
And how we're doing that is literally. Khaled is an example where his kids are just seeing his dad play golf in the backyard, right? And then it becomes normal because a
It's
lot
not like
of
you have to go to a country club or
Correct.
something.
and a lot of times people that like grew up playing golf or do play golf now that don't look like us, they just their mom and dad did it. It was normal. It wasn't this anomaly of like, oh my God, you play golf. It was
Right.
just something that my dad did or something my grandfather did. It wasn't this, thing that was strange. And so for us, we kind of see it working in that realm where like Khaled now, like his kids are just naturally gonna go play golf because that's what they saw their dad did, just like anything else. So
normal.
yeah, it's super dope. But we definitely gonna get out there on the course with them.
Yeah, we have to.
Definitely.
have you had any instances where you've showed up to a course wearing Eastside Golf stuff and got told that you can't wear that?
Nah, hasn't happened, and we haven't heard that from any of our customers either.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the people, of course, not they show up to a country club in a t-shirt, and honestly, we respect the game. We just make pieces that tread the line. Like we have a hooded vest where you could wear it over a polo, but then still wear it over a sweatshirt. Now you look good on and off the golf course, but you can still wear the hood on the course, but you still have a collar. So it's like just treading the line, but still respecting all the rules of the game, but not yet, or hopefully ever.
Have you seen MJ wear any of your pieces yet?
Nah, not yet. Not yet. That's a Jordan man.
That'll be a
That is
moment.
a Jordan
That will
man.
be a moment.
Yeah.
That will be a
It will
moment.
be.
Maybe with these new collab, with the new pieces we got coming, I can see him in the shorts.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
definitely see him
for
in the
sure.
shorts that we got coming.
For sure.
Yeah,
And I just to add, I could see him in the shorts because, of course, one of the stories that he has, he was kicked off a golf course for what he had on. I believe
wow.
he had on cargo shorts, and Head Pro comes out telling him he can't wear those.
Yeah, but Michael Jordan dresses kind of crazy sometimes, man.
yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen the photo you're talking about, but sometimes Michael Jordan's outfit's a little
I
He
mean,
still
but-
shouldn't kick them off the golf course.
It's MJ. But that's why he made the Grove.
Yeah.
You know, so now he can be comfortable
Yeah.
in what he's wearing, where he's playing golf. And that's why I created the apparel the way that I did. It has belt loops on the actual shorts, but then also has a drawstring in there. So if you want to put on a t-shirt, you can still wear these shorts, but you can still wear these to the country club because now you can put on a belt, which is required. So
Are you gonna like, if you deliver him the clothing, are you gonna get like a 1-of-1 custom cut where you like make the shorts like
Yeah,
a little
just a little
wider?
bit longer.
This guy's.
he just
Stop
he's
coming at
taller.
my man.
He's taller. So
We don't condone any of this, MJ.
yo, wow.
No, we already got told once that Jordan doesn't watch this. So you're.
Oh,
who told
yeah.
us that?
Well,
we
just
had-
in case.
Yeah.
Well, we had
James
James.
Whitner on here, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Don't worry, Michael Jordan does not watch this."
Are you guys involved with James at all? Being like Atlanta?
We actually did a collaboration with
Social
Social
Status.
Status a minute ago. It's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
like maybe a year and a half, but we did a collaboration with Social Status. I just came from headquarters in Portland. I just saw James there with his old team. So, but no, we're always running the same circles.
Does he talk to you about
Yeah.
like the projects you guys are doing, or give you any advice, or?
Nah, James has been super helpful. Definitely the OG early on. You know what I'm saying? He definitely put a lot of game, a lot of gems in our ear on like how to navigate. And we were talking about it yesterday. Like a lot of things that we benefited off of was some of the early advice that James gave to us. You know, very, very early on. So yeah, I mean, you never know what the future may hold. He's definitely someone that's out here, you know, killing it
He
and
killing
doing
it.
it, you know, with the I'm in yours
Yeah, he
and the
killing it.
shoes. And
He killing
it's
it.
definitely just inspiring, right? Like I think when you see what he's doing and what he's building, it's like one of those things where you aspire to say, I want that. You know what I'm saying? You like, I want. It's kind of like it's like a new deal, like the Supermax deal. You like, I want the James Whitner deal. You know what I mean? Or the I'm in your deal, and like that's how it should be. You know what I mean? It's like that thing, and he would say, "Yo, shoot higher than that." You know what I mean? If he did 7 pair, yo, go do 8. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things.
You guys got a lot of pairs though.
Yeah, we do.
5 pairs.
Do you have a deal with Jordan Brand, or are you just doing collaborations, or is it like you signed a contract and you get paid X amount of dollars for like X amount of years, or?
It's
No,
it's a collaborative deal.
Yes,
We have a
collaboration. It's
Yeah.
collaboration. As far as a deal being signed to Jordan Brand, I mean, that only happens to athletes. I mean, I'm interested in being signed to Jordan Brand as an athlete.
Yeah.
But as far as our company, you know, it is strictly collaboration. And I mean, hopefully we get more pairs after this.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think you got some more pairs coming.
Yeah.
Man. Anything?
Well,
You were
that's the
just
way
out
he
in
said it.
Beaverton.
Still, what Khaled said,
Hey, we
still
in the meat. Hey,
still in the meat.
I want to know what else you guys saw in Beaverton.
The LeBron.
See, I stay here.
LeBron
He was
building?
He was
there.
working. LeBron
Okay.
building, amazing. Of course, we go on the MJ building from time to time. That's amazing. Saw the Nike golf sector where they do make all the shoes, football, soccer, amazing. You know, and just talking to the entire team about what they have going on and see how we can come in and, you know, work with them.
Yeah.
You know, what that looks like. You know, just trying to figure that out. They know we have something, and of course they have something. We just want to be a part of it.
Yeah, I know Nike CEO John Donahoe. He said he's into the Nocta golf stuff. You guys got to get him to switch over to Eastside. You know?
Hey, you
Working
gotta
on
chill
it.
and check it out. You know what
we
I'm
working
saying?
on
I
it.
mean, we're buzzing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think
Wait, does
we
Drake
might
play
be,
golf?
huh?
Does Drake play golf?
I'm not sure.
He's got the Nocta golf stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
I hear
I
from
man,
time to time from Rocks.
Rocks be out there heavy.
Rocks
Yeah.
does,
LBO
but
Rocks?
Yeah,
LBO
OBO
Rocks.
Rocks.
Yeah,
Yeah, he be out there heavy.
But I hear Drake tease it up here and there. You know, he gets out there. You know, I'm not sure what he shoots, but yeah, I heard he had a decent swing. We gotta get out there and
Because
play.
I remember like a few years ago, randomly they had like that Stone Island Nike golf
Oh yeah,
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
collaboration
jackets,
with the
yeah.
jackets, and it was like Rory McIlroy was like the face of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But-
Wow.
I mean, but honestly, all of it helps. I'm not gonna lie. Like the Nocta helps, the Stone Island, like because golf is such a new landscape. It doesn't have to be just one brand that's doing it. You know what I
Right.
mean? So like that's the beauty in like what it is, and it pushes everybody anyway, right? So if Donahue's and if Nocta's got Donahue in the golf, then I love that because at the end of the day, it's focusing on golf, and you know, may the best man win. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Keep pushing better product because at the end of the day, I feel like that's one of the hardest things that I've seen, like in us building out our team. You know, is the fact that like people come in with like a closed mind and think like, oh man, I got to do like country club, I got to do this. Like it's like nah, just create dope stuff. You know what I mean? It's like creating music. Don't try to create a hit. Just go in there and create good music, and then let the people decide.
Yeah. There's so many more steps though, especially when you release a shoe where like everybody wants to know, am I going to be able to get it? How hard is it going to be? Why didn't I get it on sneakers? You know, you get all this extra flack or burden. Or...
Yeah, I mean, but that's a part of it. Like, you know, you take that in stride. You can control the controllables. Like I tell the team that all the time, right? Like, control what we can control. This is an opportunity of a lifetime that we have right now, dropping 5 shoes, you know what I mean, plus apparel. It's like, what are we going to do with it? Like, you know, we got the attention of a lot of people watching, right? I'm sure Donahue's watching, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure MJ's watching. It's like, all right,
they said MJ is not watching the show.
well, I'm saying Eastside.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, how many-
Who's clicking on this title?
So that first shoe was like crazy limited.
Friends and family.
Yeah,
Crazy limited.
crazy limited. But on the newer stuff, how wider is it going to be?
Yeah, it's gonna be global release. You know,
50,000 pairs.
It's I can't put
So
out
what
that
now?
number, but it's
like those 12.
It's
ballparking it.
sneakers. But I'm saying like these are different platforms. We got it. Sneakers app, neighborhood doors are getting it.
At least 20,000 pairs.
And you got like Grove, Soulfly. Like it's a big release. Like these are gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, trophy room, I believe
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
You play golf with Marcus?
No, not yet.
Nah, we
Not
ran
yet.
into Marcus. What was that? Formula One.
Yeah, it
last year
was.
Formula One. I
Yeah,
feel like we
ran
ran
into
into
him,
everybody last year. Formula One. By the way,
Where,
that was
which race?
Miami.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
It was crazy. No, it was nuts. Like, cause then LeBron was in town because he didn't make the
He
playoffs.
did the Carbone thing.
Yeah. They had Carbone on the beach.
Yeah.
But all of them, like Mav is a big supporter of the brand as well.
Definitely.
Mav's the
So that was
homie,
your first time
PR.
running into Marcus, or you had met him before? Or?
That was my that was the first time.
That was our first time running into Marcus. I've had dinner with Jeff too. You know,
Jeff.
so
Nice.
Because he works at Jordan Brand.
Yeah.
His Twitter account, not that many people follow him, but is so underrated because he posts like all those family photos.
Oh yeah,
Jeff
He
Jordan.
has a lot of vintage material that he posts. I mean, a lot of old Jordan stuff with just him and his dad, him and his little brother, and it's like, dang, like I mean, this is dope. It's family photos. It's dope.
No, they lived it.
Yeah, because he had linked me up with sorry, I'm blanking on his name, the security guard.
With the curly hair,
What
with
was
the
the
curly mullet.
Oh, I know you're
knew
talking
you
about with the
talking about
glasses.
the-
I
yes,
don't
John
know him,
Wozenak?
but I
Yeah.
know.
What was in that?
I know who you're speaking of.
Yeah.
But Jeff Jordan had like linked me with him because he's like, oh, you should tell a story about.
When they did those security jackets,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I love that. I love that one. We got to get to though the Jordan 1 collab. Is there a date yet?
Yeah,
There
Yeah,
is.
it's a day.
yeah,
Is it public or no?
yeah. It's 11/18.
11/18. Okay. So you did the spikes and you've done the other models, but what about a Jordan 1? What's it like to get a Jordan 1? And what can you tell us about that?
You know what it's like to get a
So-
Jordan 1 because I sold you a pair.
You said, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Sorry.
Yeah, so actually we got 2 Jordan 1s that are coming.
Okay.
So which one specifically are you talking about? We have a Jordan 1 Golf, and then we have a regular Jordan 1
So
Lifestyle.
I mean, we could talk about both, obviously,
Yeah.
but the lifestyle one, what's it like to? You're gonna have like the shoe, you know, on shelf.
Yeah. Nah, it's dope. I mean, that was the first Jordan that he really came out with.
Yeah.
You know, and if you look on the bottom of the shoe, I mean, it actually says on one sole red, and then on the other sole clay.
Okay.
You know, if you really look past the red clay tone of the bottom sole of the outer sole, you know, and it is. I mean, it's a blessing because we get to tell our story through a shoe.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and then everybody else is going to be having these shoes on, wearing Eastside Golf, you know, wearing Jordan Brand as well, wearing Jordan Golf as well. And now, you know, it's Eastside Golf script and the Eastside Golf player logo on the back of the shoes. I mean, as you walk, I mean, you see who owns it.
Is it crazy to have the Jumpman, the Eastside Golf logo, you right next to the Jumpman?
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild. I mean, like I said, I mean, he looks at us as pioneers, you know, to give us that platform to tell our story and to talk about golf to a space to everybody that has never even seen golf this way.
Yeah.
I mean, let's change the sport. Like, he's giving us the keys to change the sport.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I feel like with the ones too, it's like obviously Jordan makes a million colorways of the ones, but nowadays, you know, the one is like the ubiquitous shoe. But I feel like when it comes to Jordan 1 collaborations, it's like if you get a Jordan 1 collaboration, it instantly gets like launched into like the stratosphere as like a top level shoe within the sneaker space. So are you guys, were you nervous, or are you kind of doing that one with like, you've obviously seen the other collaborative Jordan 1s out there, you know, Soulfly, Ama Manier, or Trophy Room. Are you like, are you like, where's mine gonna stack up within it? Did you want to like have a one that kind of like stuck out a little more?
Really, it was about, because we have 5 shoes, we were speaking to more 5 different demographics. You know, I mean, that first lifestyle shoe, you can see as it gets older, it's gonna look better. I mean, it's like a suede outer that's the navy color, but then when you go to the Air Jordan 1 High, I mean, it looks almost exactly like the OG, except we're just replacing the red with red clay and the black swoosh with a navy, you know? And so it's, I mean, us telling those different stories through the AJ1 High, I mean, giving those different, I guess, flavors through demographic wise, like the ADG, Jordan ADG. Now we get to tell that C-suite to the golf course story, you know, and then the AJ12, we get to tell an authentic golf story. And then lastly, the AJ12 lifestyle. Now this, I feel like this will be the first time you'll see a golf shoe in an NBA game, you know? I mean, this is just totally now putting golf in every single sport and just making it authentic. So you get to be golf.
PJ Tucker hit you for a pair?
Not yet. PJ hit me, dog. Hit me, dog. I got you. Yeah.
He will.
But no, it's dope, man. It's dope. Just telling different stories through all the shoes.
Yeah.
Plenty more to come.
It's a lot more to come. And I think it's so unprecedented, everything that we're doing. Like, you know, we even have not a podcast. We got a documentary coming out on Hulu, December 14th.
Wow.
Executive produced by Sean Pecos, Hannah Storm. And
Oh,
Steve
I heard
Bartels.
about that one. It's sneaker
related. Yeah, sneaker related. Yeah,
We're not in it?
They're still filming. You never know.
Yeah.
We might need to get some of
They
this.
better be still fucking filming.
How much-
Let me tell you what.
How much did the sales of your brand take off after that first collaboration?
It went nuts. It went nuts. But we had a couple moments before then.
Yeah.
Like the first moment was when Chris Paul wore it the day of the NBA boycott. That's when it was like, it was peak pandemic. That went nuts. The story when GQ, one of our real good friends, Pharrell Evans, who's a writer, he wrote that story, did a good job. It went nuts. Then, we've had a couple blitz. But I mean, like, that's the thing for us is like, even when we like talk internally, especially like with like, I would say like our advisory group, it's like, yeah, you're steaming hot, but how do you stay warm?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't stay here forever, right? And it's like, how do we also continue to be like, how can we come and sit down with you guys, even if we don't have a Jordan collab, right?
Yeah.
When we just coming out with our own dope shit, and y'all like, yo, did you see what Eastside Golf did? Like, I think that's so dope, and just continue the conversation of the sport, you know, moving forward. But I think the documentary is going to help a lot with that, because, you know, we've been filming for the last now, like, almost like 14, 15 months. And it's got a lot of the behind the scenes, a lot of old footage that, you
Very
know,
cool.
our man Kevin Allen, who's been with us from like day one, he's kind of seen, you know, just a lot of old footage. And I think it shows a different side of us, because obviously you can only do so much in these type of interviews. But I think it's going to show, people are going to have a lot more respect, because they're going to see how hard we work.
Love that.
For sure.
Is Michael Jordan on your advisory board?
He's Michael Jordan is our number one supporter. He's the man. He's the OG. Nah, he's the bro. I'll say it like this: anytime we need him, he's there.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Every single
Wish
time.
I could say the same.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe one day.
Anytime we need him, he's definitely there.
I'd say whenever we want to do something with Jordan Brand, and if it's feasible, I mean, he's only a call away. We can hit him up and try to get it done. You know, if it makes sense, he's with it. If it doesn't, he's going to let us know.
Literally,
So,
he's in your phone.
Yeah, he's a straight shooter.
That must have been such a crazy thing. Just, you know, all the context aside of just like putting Michael Jordan's number into your phone, you know?
It's a good day.
You know?
How many times, when you like send a text message to someone that you're like you can't just like shoot loosely with?
Right.
Yeah, you got to read it.
No,
2 or 3 times.
how many more times do you redraft that
Right,
text
right,
message
right,
in your
to
head
make sure
before
that
you
it
even not like, okay, I'm gonna send this, to even tell yourself, should I send this, yes or no,
Right.
to Michael Jordan?
I mean, it's just one of them things.
I mean, I'll say this. I mean, be honest with them. If you not gonna be honest, or you gonna sugarcoat something, don't do that because you're not gonna get anywhere. I mean, be honest with them. Hit them up. Be like, yo, what's good, baby? What's good? Like, what's up?
Well, that's when we had Steven Victor on the show. He said like when he hits someone up for something crazy, he just sends a text message, yo.
Yeah. No. I mean, it is one of those things. It's just, I'll say like this is like with MJ, he's so intense. And there's just no wasted words or effort. Like you understand, like, all right, he's giving you his time. He can do
That's
anything in the
incredible,
world, right? So it's just like, all right, I need to make sure I'm coming in and I'm clear, I'm concise.
Yes.
I'm not, I'm not fumbling. Like he's not trying to figure out necessarily how your day's going and what you have for breakfast.
Right.
It's like, all
What
right,
you
what's
trying
up?
to get done?
What's going on? Because I'm trying to keep it moving, but I'm here for you. I'm not rushing you, but what's up?
Yeah.
So
Figure that out.
yeah. No, it's crazy, but even like that's what makes the Grove so special because it's just like just being there and he's around and he's just like it's just a guy and like moments like I'll never forget. I'm walking down the hallway, he's coming, so I see him right. So it's like he's coming, and I'm like, it's like. To your moment, you like you questions. You talk to yourself in your head. You're like, "Do I say something? Do I not?"
You start like choking up. The voice
and
cracks.
literally, he just kind of went like this, like, "I see you." And I was just like, I literally just wanted to freeze that moment, like, "Yo, MJ just gave you a little,
You
but
don't
it's
know
like,
if you're gonna do the salute,
Right,
the peace
yeah,
sign,
yeah, but it's just those moments, and like,
Did your shoulder felt different throughout like the rest
definitely
of the
It's
day?
like when Joe
definitely
tapped
did.
me on the shoulder earlier.
Yeah, just now.
Oh my goodness.
Same idea.
definitely did.
But even like being up at the Grove, I mean, I've had lunch with Rory McIlroy.
Okay.
Being up there, I've seen a few PGA Tour pros up there just practicing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a place where they could just relax, be themselves, and have a bite to eat, but then also be out there and practice all day.
Yeah.
But while I'm there, I mean, having those talks with MJ, having like a round table with him and talking to some of his buddies and explaining who Eastside Golf is. I mean, you don't get that opportunity, and while I'm there explaining, now we got another opportunity to get Eastside Golf even further out there through his buddies.
True.
I mean, these are some of the, powerful guys sitting at the table.
Like another example would be like King Griffey Jr. He had all his group over there at the table, and he's just like, "Yo, what's up? Come on over here." Like it really is. It's like once you get past that on property, everything is just so chill. It's such a great environment, man. And we love every opportunity we get a chance to get out there and be there. Because whether it's, Wayne Gretzky, Dustin Johnson, like whoever, it's just a great environment on like how golf should be in so many other places.
Wait, so the great ones in a pair of Eastside Golf sneakers, or?
They weren't wearing Eastside, but I'm sure. But here's the thing, though. Like you said earlier, you're going to see so many more people now in it. You know what I mean? The first one was super tight, friends and family. But this one, oh, man, everybody's going to have it. I'm pretty sure all you guys have a pair.
All right.
And with the bots in the corner with them, too. So, we working that out to where more people have shoes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, no, we definitely went above and beyond to make sure that, we spent the money and sifting through it to make sure that, that doesn't happen.
Love that. Listen, we're really excited. Like I said, you guys come up so consistently, and to see what you guys have done in like such a short time, and to see and to hear about all you have going on. We're really excited. Can't thank you guys enough for sharing your story. Look out for the doc too, that we're not going to be in, I guess.
No. We're still filming.
We're
still filming.
Where's my camera?
Look, we got a big launch event in Atlanta coming up, so we still
you can
filming.
buy
So
two
y'all
I've been
tickets.
to Atlanta once.
Yeah. We
I'm
gotta
always there.
bring
Yeah,
y'all
we
down.
gotta get you guys down there. It's it's this month.
Okay.
And we're gonna send you the invite.
Will we see you at Complex Con?
Oh yeah, we're working
yeah,
on it. We've been talking to
Okay.
Matt. We're trying to figure it out.
All right. That'd be great.
No, for sure. Well, let's figure it out. But thanks for
sure.
having us, man. We
Yeah,
appreciate
thank you
Earl,
for
it.
having us,
Olajuwon,
man.
thank you
Sure.
guys so much
Thank
for
you.
joining. Again, we'll be on the lookout. A lot coming up.
For sure. And go to
Absolutely.
eastsidegolf.com.
EastsideGolf.com.
Yes, sir.
All right, everyone. This has been the Complex Sneakers Podcast. We hope everyone has a great weekend. Please like, subscribe. We will see you next week.